Crystal in Smash Brothers Brawl. And Knuckle Joe, apparently.
Knuckle Joe.
In other M, her voice actor was Jessica Martin, who was fucking horrendous. Alicia Glidewell also did her voice in Brawl, and then she's not listed with any other voice actors, even though in Prime her grunts were done by Jennifer Hale.
Well, I'm recording now, so...
Alright.
Welcome to the podcast that we are currently doing, that I don't want to fuck up the title of, so you know what...
It's the Random Ramble Express, or Ramble Express. Harry, what's the name of this podcast?
You got it right the second time, Ramble Express. Do we really need to introduce ourselves? Everyone knows who we are.
No, you know how
Remember the people from last episode? We're those people.
Yeah.
No, every time someone isn't there, you just have like a note card that says, this person would be there, but he's currently doing life things.
Yeah.
He's probably jerking off in the corner while crying.
That's who, I guess. Yeah,
if I'm ever not available for the podcast, just assume I looked at other M and then went mad for a little bit.
He went on a maniacal rampage.
Yeah.
Just imagine you go into like a giant mech suit.
Yeah, you'll see him in the news. He's the guy piloting the... I'm just going to say Titan, because that's the only type of giant mech suit that I can think of right now.
Can't think of a Megazord?
Megazords don't count because I never saw that.
Megazords, you could probably argue, I never saw Zoids, but I'm assuming the robots in that were called Zoids.
I don't know. I've heard of Zoids. I have a friend that knows about it, but he hasn't told me about it since last year, so I can't exactly say.
There's a Let's Player I watch who did a Let's Play of a Zoids game, but I never watched it.
I don't really watch a lot of people nowadays. Like, when you start doing your own content, you don't really have as much time to watch other people's stuff.
Unless you're like me and do mainly reviews, then you can watch other people's shit while you're doing scripts.
I did. By the way, guys, I did what I promised in the last podcast.
What?
I finished my Let's Play.
Woo!
Personal life
Something else to spend another 5 years not doing. Despite I could easily do it in a week if I could be bothered.
Yeah.
I know, let's do Call of Duty's campaign. Wait, Call of Duty has a campaign, people say?
What?
Yeah, Call of Duty has a campaign, funnily enough.
Yeah.
And they're actually the only reason I ever played the games. I didn't give two shits about multiplayer.
I only played them because people at my middle school were going on about them, and then I played it and I was like, I don't see the appeal. Not that it's bad, but I just don't see the appeal, honestly.
The recent ones are pretty bad. Ghosts sucked major shit.
Did it?
The most recent one.
Well, one of my favorite things about Ghosts, by the way, I quit Ghosts in the shortest time I've ever quit a game. I didn't even quit other M this fast.
I'm guessing it was like a couple of hours.
I didn't even get that far. I probably only played for about 25 minutes before completely giving up.
Just meh.
I right up to when I quit, it was just unbelievably boring and mediocre. But one thing was the straw that broke the camel's back. In like the first mission, like the first actual mission that isn't prologue or in space or anything. There's a point when your partner, I don't even remember anybody's name, he has to like cut this tarp for you to get through. If you get to that tarp before he does, you can actually see like the scripted line where he's supposed to cut it.
Wow.
Wow.
That's bad.
And then I was like, you know what? I quit. I'm done.
Fuck this. I'm done.
I'm done, guys. I'm not doing this anymore.
And then I haven't even
Game
touched
over, man. Game over! Speaking of which, I need to
Game over, man. Game over.
I've never actually seen that movie.
It's pretty good.
Have any of you guys played the What If run of Spider-Man PS1?
No.
Oh, because one of the hostages say that in one of the levels. If you're playing in What If mode, which is pretty funny.
maybe it's because my copy of the PS1 version is scratched to all hell, or if the PS1 version really is bad, but I never actually went out and tried it.
Well,
The PS1 Spider-Man game isn't all that bad. It's aged, but it's good.
Yeah, it's aged.
Certainly better than the one based off the movie on the PS2.
I haven't played that in years.
The controls fucking kill that game.
I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like, I enjoyed it, but the controls really killed it for me.
Really?
I played it.
That's how I
I
feel
played
about
it a
the
couple of.
PS1 game.
Well,
I played it a couple of years ago. I got up to I somehow managed to get up to the vulture fight. I hated every second of it, and then I just quit.
well,
You know, maybe it's because I played that game first, but when I went back to play the PS1 Spider-Man game, it just felt really off to me. Then again, I haven't played the movie game in like
well,
6 years, so...
the problem.
You do well not to continue not playing it.
Well, the problem I had was that in the movie game, swinging didn't really feel as free, and when
Really?
when you try
it
to
somehow
move,
feels more automatic than the PS1 game.
yeah, and it feels really awkward on the ground. Like you don't really feel in control most of the time. You know, like sometimes.
Like I said, the controls in Spider-Man for the PS2 completely kill it. You will want to go forward. You will press forward, but like 70% of the time, Spider-Man's like, you know what? I'm gonna go left.
Yeah, that's what screwed me over. I didn't really have a problem with that in the PS1 game, but I never really had a problem with the controls, swinging and all that for the most part. Like, it's all automated.
Well, maybe that's because, again, it's probably what I just said. You play one game first and you play the other, it just feels really weird.
I guess.
That's how it is for me, anyway.
The PS2 Spider-Man game was one of the first Spider-Man games I remember playing, and I loved it.
It was the
when I
first
played
one I
it.
played.
I loved it when I first played it. But
It was the first ever game I ever played, so I have some nostalgic merit to it, I guess.
Well,
I found it's actually easier to play that game with the D-pad than the analog stick, and even then it's unreliable as all hell.
well, I don't straight out hate the game or anything, but yeah.
But
I
yeah,
haven't played it in years, so I have to go back and try it just to see if it's good as I remembered it.
I'm gonna be honest. It is probably one of the worst movie licensed games I've ever played in my life. It's
Really?
just awful.
I probably wouldn't go that far, but
I would. Why?
Alright, so what do we have for our topics today?
alright. Well,
Nintendo Direct that happened.
Direct, yeah,
On my
Nintendo
birthday,
Direct.
too, believe it or not.
Yeah, we don't need
I want to
to.
buy more than I know I have money for.
Same.
Yeah, that about half. Okay, I only made 2 tweets during that Direct, and one of them was, Nintendo, you just don't want me to have any money this year, do you?
Yeah, I saw that tweet. I couldn't really post anything about the Direct because I was at a sleepover while it happened. So
I was watching it as soon as I got not as soon as I got home, but I watched the whole thing, and I think it started. I think that about the Direct is I think it played its best card too early because everything else just wasn't as exciting as the Smash part.
I feel like it was pretty good throughout the entire thing, but it didn't really end incredibly strongly. Like we started off with Smash and Mewtwo and went through to like Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei, and then we ended with 200cc and Mario Kart, guys.
which is cool, but they could have ended it on something better. But
200cc is going to be the end of the world. Okay.
Yeah, especially in
We're
my
gonna
case,
die.
since I'm terrible at Mario Kart.
I can barely get through tracks on 50cc. There's no way I'm going to do it on 200.
really not.
Yeah, I think the 2 most competitive Nintendo franchises, Smash and Mario Kart, are 2 different things for me. For Smash, I can do reasonably well, but for Mario Kart, forget it.
I've never. For me, it's impossible. I never see Mario Kart being competitive because it doesn't work that way, in my opinion.
I don't see. I think it's pretty much impossible for Mario Kart to be competitive, and Smash, I just don't fucking get it. To me, for Smash, competitive translates to boring.
Well, people have different play.
I like it because
Well,
it's just
people-
more
like,
skill.
people
I
like
think
playing
I
Smash in
talked
different-
I'm pretty sure I talked about it in a previous podcast. Competitive matches are always like turning off items and stage hazards and all this crap. And it's basically like, yeah, take away all the unique stuff that keeps me playing.
I guess, but sometimes
So in other
I
words,
prefer...
well, in other words, you're just like it's just you just prefer God, I
It's too
can't
bare
talk today.
bones.
Well, people like
Yeah.
playing in different ways. Sometimes
It's to-
I don't...
It's like getting rid of minigames in Mario Party. Like,
Well,
why?
you-
Why would
Except
you do
Mario
it?
Party 10 looks boring when we discussed that. I think
That's why
last-
I didn't really care for Island Tour, because you don't get mini games until like 4 turns.
I think that's the case with Mario Party 10 and 9 as well.
I've played a good amount of Mario Party 10 now. It's nowhere near as bad as Island Tour in that regard, but it still feels a bit too...
Basic.
Island Tour at least did have the choicest voice, which resulted in complete and utter insanity.
yeah. Well,
Alright, so
it's
back on the
basic-
direct
it's basic-
thing.
it's
Just to
basic
get back on
too,
the...
but
Sorry, I'm sorry.
it's fine. It is kind of basic, but it doesn't feel as rare to play minigames as Island Tour, though. But
Alright, so anyway, back to what I was trying to say about the direct. I was really impressed with the Smash stuff, particularly Lucas coming back.
I wish I cared at all about Lucas. Like,
I never played
Lucas-
Lucas in Brawl, but it's kind of nice to see him
I
back.
wasn't expecting.
Lucas has like 1 or 2 unique moves. From what I noticed, he pretty much only has PK Freeze, which is one of Nez's custom moves. There's no reason for Lucas to exist in Smash anymore.
I think
like,
he's.
I couldn't care about Lucas in Smash, and I really couldn't care about Lucas in Mother 3 because while I have not finished Mother 3, I've played a few hours of it, and as far as I've gotten, they have not played Lucas up to be a good protagonist. All anybody ever says about him is how much of a fucking wuss he is.
Hey
I
guys,
can't
this
care
guy's
about
a
this
puss, so
guy.
probably kick ass later.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
one tactic, I guess, tactic is, I assume, the right word, they use to keep you from going down the right path, or the wrong path, early in the game, and, like, you learn shit for the tutorial. If you try to go down the wrong pathway, a message pops up, and it's like, don't go that way, there might be ants there, and you might step on them. Like, fucking really? Why do I give a shit?
They're ants. They
Yeah,
can
Matt, just
repopulate.
become mutant demon monsters in the next
Well,
build.
I-
Like,
Lucas-
you couldn't have just had the message of, I don't need to go this way yet. Alright, that makes sense. I
Just
don't need
say,
to go here
you
yet.
can't go here yet because you're a pussy. Just say that.
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
Well, Lucas,
Going down this linear as fuck path.
well, Lucas as well as Wolf to some extent, I never really saw as like flat out clones because I felt their movesets like worked differently enough to be separate characters.
well,
Like
even with Brawl, I get having them because I think Wolf maybe have hit a little bit harder than Fox, and Lucas had unique moves. But with Smash, you can make Fox hit a little harder, and you can give Ness all the moves Lucas had. There's no reason for them to be here.
That's true, but I feel that there's like standard moves, like not just the specials, function differently in their own right as well. Like they have somewhat like the same kind of idea to them, but I feel a lot of them function differently enough to be unique.
Yeah, I mean, if they release Lucas and he's a little floatier or his attacks hit a little bit harder, then
Yeah.
fine, whatever. But if they release him and he's just Ness with a couple of different moves, then why even bother?
That's what I was thinking.
Well, I think he played differently enough in Brawl, and he looks to be pretty much the same. So I'm not too bothered about Lucas. Like I never really played him in Brawl, but I'm glad he's back.
Yeah.
I know my brother's happy about that because he mained Lucas.
Also with Smash, we got actually finally a confirmation from you two.
Yeah. Well, we knew
Yay.
he was coming, but we actually saw.
I know, but we got
gameplay.
like a confirmed
We got
date
icons and stuff from him.
Yeah.
and a
Yeah,
confirmed date.
pretty cool trailer.
Yeah, he looks to be pretty much intact from Melee. I think they might have made a few tweaks, but for the most part, he looks the same.
It looks a lot.
I hope he gets buffed a bit, because, for being the ultimate Pokemon, he actually kind of sucked in Melee.
I thought he was pretty good, and aside from Samus, he was one of my mains.
He's hard to get used to. He's like one of those characters where you have to really learn them before you can actually get good at them.
Guys, did you guys see the leaked announcement for Crash Bandicoot?
The leaked what?
The leaked announcement for Crash Bandicoot in Smash Bros.
Oh, this is hilarious. No,
Oh yeah, I totally saw that. His name's Mouser, right? Huh.
no,
I love that
I'm actually wrong though. It's they call him Crash instead of Crash.
Yeah, basically, I showed Joey a video where this guy went on the Smash roster and just slapped a picture of Crash on it.
That was drawn and written on a post-it note.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to use this to talk about how somehow people are still believing these leaks. Like, the big ones that have gotten attention. Both times that they've been this unbelievable thing we never really expected to happen, they've been fake. Like, Rayman was fake, and then Paper Mario 2 on 3DS was fake. So why do people even fucking believe it anymore?
Because it could spark hope, man.
But like, we're 2 for 2 on it being bullshit.
Yeah.
So
It was
at
right
this point,
at one time.
At
always
this point, I don't know why people.
Website.
Like, I think people shouldn't believe this shit. Like, whenever a leak like this pops up, I'm like, that'd be cool if it's true, but it's probably not.
Yeah.
And then we got the fighter ballots. Did anyone vote?
I joined Way Forward in their campaign and voted for Shantae.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Just because after the fiasco, and I do want to see him, I wanted to see Rayman just to see what he's like.
Rayman, I don't think Rayman's gonna.
Well,
Ubisoft won't even associate themselves with the Wii U right now.
Yeah. Well, they did.
Ubisoft is a terrible company.
Well, any character can really join. Like, even the head of Microsoft said that he wouldn't mind Banjo joining.
Yeah, but I feel like
that's what we got Duck Hunt for.
I guess, but
yeah, Duck Hunt is there to replace Banjo, and we could use, I don't know, Konami Man for Rayman.
yeah. Well, I haven't really done an actual legit vote yet. I've just been screwing around with that.
I love the Smash Ballot Confessions Twitter account,
Yeah.
Smash Confessions?
where it posts all these like random joke suggestions for Smash. There's stuff like, I saw Lanky Kong, and they added like an extra verse from the Donkey Kong rap thing.
Really?
They're amazing. I'm actually gonna pull it up right now and see if there's anything really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm on for glory right now, so I can't look at it.
Well, I can imagine Sakurai just thinking like, why did I do this?
Snake.
What is your opinion? How's your for glory adventures going? If anyone plays for glory, because I do occasionally.
Oh, I like going on for glory every once in a while.
I don't play for glory because it's all competitive Smash people, and I see no reason to.
Yes. Well.
Snarky.
I must have my stinger back and my frag grenades.
But yeah, as a joke,
Like
I just vote. I voted for Shadow, and I just put the reason because I'm Shadow. Shadow the
So
Hedgehog.
the hedgehog.
Ow, the edge.
This one I can actually kind of tie into that. There's one on here. Character you're voting for? Why not? Title of game, the character appears in Pokemon. Why should this character become a fighter? Why not?
Why not?
Best
Yeah.
reason ever. Hey.
Alright, so I play on for glory for both 3DS and Wii U. For 3DS, my records are 99 wins and 21 losses. For Wii U, it's in 27 victories, 44 losses.
My losses is much higher than wins, and I feel sad. But these.
Who do you main, Harry? Like, do you play anyone in particular really well?
I'm starting to get really good with Sonic. I play a lot of Fox. What was it? Mario. I'm not. Those are like some of my best characters. I play as pretty much all of the roster, but those are like my best characters.
For me, my top three are Mega Man, Kirby, and Sonic, although Pit is in the contender for that third place spot.
I want to get good with Pit, but I find him hard to use.
He's actually not too bad to really use.
Yeah, I feel his attacks have been the power to them have been nerfed from Brawl, but his attacks, like the speed they come out, I feel is faster.
Mm.
I don't know if that's just me, but.
Or anyone else main anyone in Smash? This is Smash 4 in particular. Anyone mains?
With Smash 4, my main throughout Smash has remained the same in every game, only changing up ever so slightly. I main Samus. In Melee, I also mained Mewtwo, but mainly Samus.
Well, at least Mewtwo's coming back.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I've
recently been maining Ness as well.
Yeah, I've been trying to train with Ness. So yeah, Ness and Mewtwo potentially are characters I want to start maining.
Found another really good Smash suggestion. Octodad. Their reasoning being, if he can traverse his day normally and pass as human to everyone despite being a literal fish out of water, then he's obviously good enough to be in Smash.
Well, what we need, guys, is the reckless silhouette guy from every Wii game ever.
Yeah.
Can we just put the announcer? Can we just put the announcer in Smash?
Why can't we have
announcer
Sakurai in Smash?
What?
Why can't we have Sakurai in Smash?
Well, you can't now with the Mii fighters.
Well, that's my argument to that. Just like.
What I'm talking about is why don't we actually have Sakurai as a fighter, as in not just Amiibo, but Sakurai.
Well, there's no real point in adding like actual human fighters because you have Mii fighters for that.
Yes, but Sakurai and Reggie.
That's probably not going to happen. I think your only hope for that is Mii fighters.
Yeah. So when they showed the Mii fighters, it pretty much confirmed that they're not actually going to be in the game because
I actually can't believe I can use this as a comparison again. It's like when Sega put Danica Patrick in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed.
I still
Sticks
find
out
that
and
weird.
is kind of stupid.
I still find that so really weird. Like when I first played the game, I was just like, who the hell is this?
Who the hell is this bitch?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, granted, it kind of makes sense because she's a NASCAR racer, but she sticks out in this world of, hedgehogs and robots and all this other weird shit that is in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Let's just put a real-life person in there.
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
Let's just put Christopher Walken in while we're at it.
Bam!
Okay, you know what? We should put Christopher Walken in a video game.
I love how you can just kill Gamma forever.
Most of you guys don't get this, but Ed Miliband for Mario Kart.
What?
Who?
I think I've heard of them.
One of the candidates for the UK's prime ministerial position.
Yeah, but going back to Mewtwo though, he seems pretty much intact from Melee, but I feel his attacks look a bit buffed. Like they look slightly more easier to connect with people, and they feel like they have like more power.
I don't know if I'm too incredibly keen on his final smash being another fucking Mega Evolution, but
It is cool to look at.
I do like the effect it has. The whole mind crush or
I mean,
whatever.
it's certainly better than the placeholder he got in Project M, which was just Lucario's.
Yeah.
But
Bigger.
Well, it made him look more awesome because he only used one hand.
Well, he's Mewtwo.
Yeah.
let's be honest here, Lucario is basically a watered down Mewtwo.
Well, I feel Lucario
Like-
plays differently enough, Like
Yeah, he plays very differently.
yeah, because
You just felt
Especially
like
with that,
whenever I played as Lucario, I just felt like this is Mewtwo, but shit.
I can't get used to his attacks. I don't know what it is. I just can't like get used to his moveset.
Wow, this guy has my Metal Blade and he won't give it back. He's being a coward.
I don't.
He's letting the time run out. Jesus.
I only really play the 3DS version of Smash, unless I'm playing with people who don't own it. Like usually, if I'm playing Smash, it's the Wii U version because I have almost no reason to go back to the 3DS one.
I actually got all the trophies in the Wii U version recently.
I'm getting there.
Working on it. Same with the customs.
716 trophies are in that game, in that version.
It takes forever to get all the customs.
For
in.
3DS, it's 685, and I'm missing 5 of them.
Damn.
Either way, there's a shitload of trophies to get.
How many?
I like getting trophies for some reason. That's why I play Trophy Push a lot.
How many custom, not move sets, but how many custom equipment are there? Because I got like 1,000. Or
I
something.
used the hammer for that because I was not going to spend so much grinding.
There's
grind.
I
There's
think
a
that's
lot.
an infinite amount.
No, there's a set amount.
No, there's a set amount.
Yeah, because there's a challenge you have to do to get all of them.
I used the hammer on that because I was not going to spend so much time doing it. Same with the Clear Classic. Oh, not All-Star. Yeah, Clear Classic with 7 with all characters,
Yeah.
and the All-Star on hard. I was not gonna do
Well,
that.
I needed to do that anyway to get all the trophies, so I just did it anyway. Because I'm gonna have to get all the
All-Star
trophies.
hard with all characters. Grace's gonna run out the time.
Who's the other guy playing as?
Arth.
Ah.
You know, there's one complaint I really had about Mega Man and the Mega Man representation in Smash. There's so much fucking Mega Man 2 in it, and I don't like it.
Yeah, agreed. Damn.
In
Why
terms
couldn't,
of-
we, why couldn't we at least have one of the good Mega Man games? Like
Like 3?
Yeah, well,
Five,
in terms of the move,
four,
in terms of like
any of them but 2.
Mega Man's moveset, I feel it's diverse enough, but
He's very diverse, but he's really weird to me.
yeah, he's kind of weird to get used to, but that I feel that's the case with a lot of newcomers. Like they're very different from characters we've seen before, so
Yeah.
All I need for Mega Man to be perfect is just representation from good Mega Man games.
Mega Man 7, anyone?
No,
Why?
Mega Man 7 is not a good game.
Yeah, it is.
here we go.
Levels are dull. The levels are dull aside from Shade Man's stage. The music is forgettable aside from Shade Man's stage, and none of the bosses are interesting aside from Shade Man.
Point is straight, man.
Yeah, basically, Shade Man is the best thing in that entire fucking game. At least it's not Mega Man 8 though.
I just find Mega Man 8 hilarious because of the voice acting alone.
I think 8 is the
Fine,
weirdest
Dr.
designed game in the series, just
Will.
because. For me, Mega Man
Fine,
7 was
Dr.
just so
Locke.
perfect that Mega Man 8 changed a lot of things that didn't need to be changed, like the fucking rush adapters, which I hated. Mega Man 8.
When did they stop using like the energy tanks?
8.
Oh.
And then they brought them back in 9.
Huh. How is
They started using them in
that.
2.
how is 9 and 10 by the way?
Huh?
9 and 10 are really good.
Okay.
I'm actually one
9
of the
is
few
awesome.
people.
9 is
I'm
awesome.
one of the-
10 is, in my opinion, 9 is really awesome. 10 is really disappointing, especially
I'm
for a
like the
10
only
game.
person. I'm like the only person in the world that'll say 10 is one of my favorite Mega Man games, but that's probably because it was the first one I ever played.
It was one of the first I played, so I have a soft spot for it. But my God, for a 10th game, it could have been a lot more than what it was.
Well, I saw
Like
no-
it's not my it's not my favorite. That goes to 5, but I still like 10 a lot.
Finally, someone that thinks 5 isn't bad.
5, like I can kind of get why people didn't like 5. It's the 5th game. It's been quite a while. We're still on the fucking NES.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a good game.
I haven't gone to 5 yet, so
love Mega Man 5 so much.
What about 6?
6 was good as well. Not as good as 5, but
I think 6 would have been better than 5 if they didn't fuck up the jump from slide thing, because that just made things a lot more annoying. If you've
they
noticed
did at least
that.
have a better. They did at least have a better rush coil than 5. As much as I love 5, the rush coil is pretty fucked up in that game.
At least Mega Man 6 had a fantastic soundtrack. Why couldn't we
Well,
have
they
any
all did.
remixes from 6? Come on.
Because 6 isn't 2, and that's the most popular one for whatever reason.
You know, for Wily Castle, I would have preferred it if the castle changed. Like, we had the Mega Man 2 castle, then the background would change to, like, the Mega Man 4 castle. That'd be awesome. But no, Mega Man 2 is perfect because it's the only one people have played.
I do think it looks better at night than day in the 3DS version.
It looks more dynamic at night.
Yeah, because the 3DS version
I will
just
be-
has it in day, I believe.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
be
just
right
like-
back.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Just be a couple
He's
minutes.
testing things, run.
Anything else you guys want to say about Mewtwo or Lucas?
No, not really. Apart from this match lagging, no.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Well,
I am not doing too well against this Peach here. Knows how to glide really well, at least.
I can guarantee you guys won't be able to guess what I did today.
You had a turkey sandwich.
you did bungee jumping.
Nah,
You did the crash dance.
nah.
What did you do? Joey?
I went into a forest
He
and built-
doesn't.
Wait, what?
I went into the middle of a forest and built 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the idea of the whole Smash Bros. Balance thing, like how they're letting people
I want to
vote.
see who's in it.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly picky of what I see. I just want to see who gets in it.
Yeah.
That's always the best part about looking forward to a new Smash game is who's gonna be in it.
Because I want to know if like they're gonna keep supporting the game with DLC, or at some point they're gonna be like, okay, this is it, guys, we're gonna stop.
Yeah,
'Cause, like-
I know for a fact we're getting updated balancing again.
Yeah. Because
Nerf Diddy,
Hyrule.
please.
Because I've been playing Hyrule Warriors recently, and I got all the DLC packs. I really think they should just stop with that game because there's enough to do as it is. It's like the game never ends.
What did I miss?
Not
Nothing.
a lot.
Best Harry bitching about Hyrule Warriors being too long.
I wasn't
just
really
barely won
ranting
that.
about it. It's just I think they should just stop where they are now because I think the game has enough as it is right now.
But I don't think they're planning any more DLC. If they are, I think it's only one more. So
Yeah. Well, I think they've done enough of that game. Yeah.
I still wait. Like they said that there could be other Hyrule Warriors style games.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, but I feel that they should stop supporting Hyrule Warriors itself with DLC. I would
Please, Metroid.
I would be so for something like a Mario or Kirby Warriors or something. That would be great to see.
Metroid Warriors.
Oh,
Please.
yeah, that too. Those would be great to see at some point. Because Hyrule Warriors was a pretty great game. But
And before you were wrong, because it is not a Zelda game.
wait, what?
And before you were wrong for not being a Zelda game.
It's not technically a Zelda game, but it's still good. So
Oh, this is the first time I run into a Mr. Gaming Watch online.
I'm starting to get good with.
Nobody plays Game & Watch.
I'm starting to get good with Game & Watch. He's one of those characters where he's more advanced to actually be decent with him.
Yeah.
Easy to learn, hard to master.
That's pretty much Smash in a nutshell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's easy to go, alright, I can fight, but it's really hard to stand in a fight.
Well, Tail's story is already done. It's not particularly long, but
Sonic's story is Sonic's story is the longest story in that game.
yeah. Like, most of the last episode had me going through Sonic's story, so...
I know I finished Big Story in my Let's Play in like 1 or 2 parts.
Well, do you guys think they'll, like, end up stopping support for Smash Bros. At some point, like...
They will.
Yeah, like how... They have the whole, like, voting for characters, but I feel at some point they're gonna say, like, okay, this is enough, we're not gonna do any more.
In a few years, I think.
There. What else do you want?
I imagine probably around the time they've announced the new Smash, I imagine that's when they'll probably stop supporting
Probably.
this one.
But I feel it's gonna be kind of the same deal as, like, the Wii and DS, where when the Wii U and 3DS started becoming like the...
Obsolete.
Yeah, pretty much. They cancelled Wi-Fi for all Wii and DS games. I feel that's gonna be a similar case here. So...
Guys, this Game & Watch is trolling me.
That's all Game & Watch exists for, really.
Nobody plays them.
I really like Game & Watch though. His moveset is really... It's hard to get used to, but I find him really fun to use.
I think he was pretty good in Brawl, right?
I didn't really play him that much in Brawl, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Just like, you know what? Screw it.
Like, I really, in Brawl, I really went out of my comfort zone. In terms of, like, the characters...
Brawl Watch.
In terms of
I'm gonna say replay that.
In terms of the characters I played, anyway, like, unless I wasn't playing the Subspace Emissary, because that forces you to play as certain characters, I was usually playing as Sonic Fox or Meta Knight.
I was mostly Kirby and Brawl. Kirby and Sonic, the occasional Pit.
I didn't really play Kirby until much later, and that was like near the end of Brawl's lifespan. So
He's my main for Brawl, and he's in my second tier for this game.
yeah, I wanna get good with Kirby. I'm kind of getting there, but still need to practice with him a little bit.
Anyway, back to the direct. If we have anything else to say.
Yoshi Woolly World Amiibos, I must has them.
Well, I don't know if that was the next thing they showed, but
Well, we're not exactly going in order.
no. But
We started
Joe,
with Mario Kart's 200cc, kind of.
yeah.
That was the last thing they did.
Do you think they'd bring back Snake?
I want it.
Probably. I wouldn't bet on
I
it, but
really
I
don't think so. I think Snake was just a one-time thing. I don't even think he really fits in Smash.
They didn't. I agree with the other statement, but Sakurai went out saying that third-party characters have to be they have to be special enough to be included. So I'm gonna assume that third-party characters need more votes to be considered than a first-party character. Like they did, if Sakurai didn't want third-party characters to be voted for, he would have went out and said that.
He would have just been like, we don't want to include third-party characters.
Yeah, I'm not really bothered about Snake returning or not, but I know a good amount of people that would kill for Snake to return. So.
Wait, you mean if I kill the right people, I can get Snake to return?
Yes.
Who first?
If you kill enough, we might actually get a good Final Fantasy game again too.
Oh my god! I mean, yeah, who do I have to kill for that? For that.
Yoshio Sakamoto.
Okay, he's first, then who?
Or no, wait, that's for
Metroid.
That's for another Metroid game that's actually not the worst game I've ever played.
Well, there are rumored Metroid 3DS and Wii U games.
There was one they showed off that was canceled.
I would like to see it.
Where they showed off like concept art for it, and I'm like, that looked pretty fucking cool. I wish it had been finished.
Yeah, I would like to see
But
it.
apparently Retro Studios is working on a Metroid game. Please don't let it be another Prime game. I just want to forget that series.
Prime wasn't that bad.
Well,
Prime was awesome.
Prime
Prime was well designed, but the first person view just doesn't work for Metroid.
Well, didn't the creator say that he didn't consider the Prime games as canon?
Yoshio Sakamoto can go fuck himself, okay?
That's stupid.
I'm calling bullshit.
Side story, but it's still canon. I consider it.
I am calling bullshit on his whole the Prime games are canon thing. Like no.
How does that work exactly?
He just decided they're not canon, probably to attempt to make sense of Samus being terrified of Ridley. But even then, it doesn't make any fucking sense because if we go along with his stupid bullshit that the Prime games aren't canon, she's still fought him twice. She fought Ridley in the first game and fought him in Super Metroid.
If we do go by the Prime games being canon, where do they take place?
They take place
all of them
between 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Okay.
Yep.
Like all 3 of them, or
Yes.
Yeah, they're all in between 1 and 2.
okay.
Well, I got my Wii with Prime 3, and that was a good game.
Well,
Prime 3 was
I'm lucky.
That was decent.
I'm lucky that they put the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii U now, so
I bought that because I was like $10 steal.
I'm gonna get it at some
Yeah,
point.
I'm still gonna try to track down a physical copy of the Metroid Prime trilogy because
Good luck.
I'm just not gonna bother. I'm gonna be getting it from the Wii U eShop at some point. I'm just happy I don't have to rush because it's not gonna go anywhere.
I honestly, at this point, I see no reason for me not to grab a physical copy because I've spent money on every other fucking Metroid game in existence. I even paid for the demo version of Metroid Prime Hunters, and that game was a pile of shit.
I've heard that game is pretty bad.
It was. It's the only game to ever give me hand cramps.
Really?
What is that game like anyway?
Yes.
What about Metroid Pinball?
Metroid Prime Pinball is the best Metroid Prime game. Not even joking.
Well,
What about
Prime
Sonic
Hunters.
Spinball? Was that the best Sonic game?
no.
Because Sonic Spinball sucks as a pinball game too.
I like Sonic Spinball.
Metroid Prime Hunters is like, you know all the charm and the energy and the quality that was in the first like handful of Halo games, pretty much up to 4, excluding ODST.
Yeah, ODST was just there to be there.
Yeah, you know all the good stuff from that. Metroid Prime Hunters is like taking all of that out and then
entirely.
Metroid Prime Hunters is like taking all of that energy out of Halo, slapping a Metroid skin on it, and slapping it on the 3DS or on the DS.
Yeah, the whole the game being just there is pretty much my my general thoughts on Sonic for Episode 1. I don't think it's outright bad. It's just kind of there.
It's bad. It's way bad.
I think it's bad. It's
I
bad.
played worse, but yeah.
Sonic 4 Episode 1 is bad.
Good.
Well, my opinions on Halo 4, I've kind of reworked them to make more sense other than, oh, this game is just bad beyond no reason. It's bad. Don't play it.
Yeah.
I won't deny
The online
there.
playing because you'll wreck everyone with even the minorest experience in first-person shooters. Seriously, mother can play these games and win.
I suppose.
Sucks on Halo 4's model. But that's not the point. I'm supposed
There are
to.
still things I like about Halo 4. It's not the best game even by far, but
Well, the thing about the campaign is no one who liked the previous Halo games liked Halo 4 because of the campaign. But the thing is, we all wanted Halo 4 from Halo 3's legendary ending. But what can we make of it? I mean, basic Halo 4 is just what happened to Master Chief. Although Halo 5, I'm going to just flat out say, what the hell is all this shit that I've been seeing? Because
I hope Halo. I hope Halo 5 is good.
Shoveling over. I don't
Have they
know.
shown any of Halo 5?
They've got a beta. They've got a beta coming up soon, I think.
They've shown some stuff about.
But I don't really care because I don't have an Xbox One. But I just hope it's good.
Neither do I.
I don't have really a reason to buy an Xbox One, so...
There's
Wow,
nothing.
seeing the
From what
computer
they-
spot
from
on
what-
8-player Smash is fun.
From what has released and what they've shown off, there's really nothing worth buying an Xbox One for yet. All the really good stuff is on PS4 anyway. So. And the PS4 actually has games right now. Most of them are digital, like Hotline Miami 2, though that one kind of but still.
It's a game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bitch about Hotline Miami 2 for a second.
Alright,
Hotline
go
Miami
ahead.
2 is not an incredibly great game, if I'm completely
It's
honest.
bad and good.
It's not bad. It's the thing. It's well designed, but its big downfall is actually its difficulty. It is difficult,
Certainly hard.
and you will die, at least in my experience, you will die so many damn times that even on some of the first levels, in every level there was a point where I just wanted to completely give up because of how many times I died and how fucking insane it was. Usually I kept going, but after getting through 11 levels and then just hitting a point when I just didn't care anymore, I stopped. I'm not playing the game anymore. I don't care. Most of the time, I don't feel like I'm being challenged. More often than not, when I actually do manage to
So
pass a
fake
stage in
difficulty
Hotline,
then.
kinda. More often than not, when I feel like I passed a stage in Hotline Miami 2, it's not because I employed this brilliant strategy and was able to beat all the enemies in the right order or fucking whatever. I got lucky and this one guy just happened not to notice me, or this other guy didn't immediately shoot me in the face.
Look! Yeah, I love it.
I hate luck-based things, so...
Yeah, me too.
That's why I didn't care for a lot
I
of
mean, like
Mario
other
stuff.
other people seem to be able to get actually good at the game, which great for them. For me though, it was mostly luck when I ever actually got through a stage. Hotline Miami 2 was not a fun experience.
Let me
Soundtrack
run
was
Halo 4 a little bit more. That game
soundtrack was
easy
soundtrack was fucking great,
is
though.
far too easy, and any difficulty beyond that is fake difficulty down to enemy shields and bullet damage ratio.
I hate it when developers just like try to make the game harder by just shoving like thousands of enemies down your throat.
That's not challenging, that's fake.
Yeah, like I prefer it when the actual level design is hard.
Metroid Prime 3. Metroid Prime 3 has a pretty good example of.
Doing for the podcast. I get it
Metroid Prime-
necessary to start with. Elites with a high-powered weaponry everywhere, and not a single one of the Marines that was supposed to be evacuating survived. Not down to my own fault, but down to their weapon strength is decreased already because they're the AI. But it's decreased to a bullet is basically like sneezing on the enemy.
Metroid Prime 3 has a pretty good example of fake difficulty too. On the hardest difficulty, it's like hyper mode or some shit like that. The bosses are not harder. Their strategies don't change. They just have way more health.
You know, as I was
Like
saying,
the
in Halo 4.
like the first boss, you can beat him on normal mode probably in about 5 minutes once you've gotten the hang of everything. On the hardest difficulty, it takes like 15, and it's not because his pattern has changed at all. It's just because he's got a shitload of health. Like, your own weapon damage doesn't change, because as far as I can recall, most of the enemies still die in the same amount of shots, but the bosses just have way more health.
Wow.
Anyway,
Because game design!
the comparison I was going to make to the easy difficulty of Halo 4 on that mission, all of the Marines survived, and they were like Spartans, and I was like God. That is so easy isn't the default difficulty. Normal is the default difficulty. Easy is basically you walk and people die when you look at them.
No, it's pro. No, so
And
then
Easy
is pretty much
play
pussy.
through Halo 4 on easy now just to experience that.
Easy is pussy mode, I guess.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that there was an even easier difficulty, and that I accidentally selected that.
Then you're like, oh shit, this is hard.
No, I was like, this
Difficulty is bad.
I won it once on easy mode just because I didn't see a suicide bomb running up behind me.
We have kid mode.
This has been ranting about games. What else was there in the direct?
We should.
Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh yeah, that thing that I had no idea. That thing I had no idea what it was until they actually said the name.
I thought that was pretty much dead, but this pretty much confirms that it's still
I
there.
thought it was Persona.
I thought it was something. I thought it was like something
Well, I mean,
to do
Persona,
with
I
anime.
think is a, I think Persona is a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei anyway. So, like, I saw the trailer and I'm like, is this Persona 5?
No.
And then they were like, Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's that. That looks like a game. I'm probably not going to play it. I am going to play the new Fire Emblem though. That looks fucking sweet because it's Fire Emblem.
I still haven't.
Never played
I
Fire
haven't
Emblem.
played a Fire Emblem game either.
I played Fire Emblem Awakening like late last year, and it's so good.
That is 50% off on Steam if anyone cares.
What's on 50% off?
That also the Talos principle. Lego Superheroes is 75% off. Tesco now sells Steam cards.
I know. I don't really play games on Steam, so.
Warface got an update.
When I see that on the PC anyway. I have this like on and off relationship, I guess, with Skyrim. Like I'll play it, I'll install it, I'll play it for weeks on end, and then I'll uninstall it because I've lost interest. But I'll continue to play the console version, and then I'll reinstall it on PC again. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually reinstalling Skyrim on PC.
Why don't you just keep it installed but start up a new character?
I only uninstall it usually because I am too stupid to find files in my computer that I don't need to clear out because I need to get rid of space or to make space, and this game's 11 gigabytes.
Yeah, I have that same problem.
Yeah.
I currently have completely run out of space on my computer, and I now need to get a external hard drive or a new computer.
I have like a million.
I'm planning on getting an external hard drive because I mean my computer has a full a complete hard drive of 440 gigabytes. I've only got 62 left of that.
And here I have
I
a
gotta change this
MacBook
all the
Pro.
fucking time.
Yeah, I've got maybe 12 gig left on my 400 gigabyte hard drive.
If I have enough money, I'm gonna try to get a terabyte. But
I was thinking like 4 terabytes because then I'd never have to replace my computer. I just put everything.
I think for me even 1 terabyte would probably do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking like copy and pasting my entire computer's directive onto the hard drive.
I'm actually gonna Google and see how much they go for. Like, really, only $60? I could drive down to Staples and get one for cheap.
Sweet.
Yeah, because most of my
Hundreds for.
most of my space on my hard drive is taken up by YouTube stuff. So.
That's actually where all my data is in my YouTube videos. How little of them there are. That's miscellaneous crap that I've actually got very little miscellaneous crap in my
I have a
computer.
million stuff I haven't uploaded yet, and that's clogging up my space.
There's a bunch. A lot of my space right now, I think, is devoted to Symphony of the Night because each of those files take up like a gig, and I've still got probably like 10 of those left. I don't even need them. I don't even need them anymore because all the footage is uploaded.
I should probably uninstall World of Warcraft.
Well, I keep the raw footage until I have all the commentary versions edited.
I don't. I've already deleted like half of it. I just re-download the video.
Ah.
I have to keep all my raw footage until I finish patching it together, and then I can delete it all.
I could just download.
I've got full video, so if I need to re-upload something, I've got it.
Also, this.
By the way, fun fact. I think the last part of Symphony of the Night is the shortest one.
Well, next week we really need to get back together with the Seas Brains, because last week we pretty much just said screw it.
Me, Jesse, and Alex are planning on recording some more Arkham Asylum, and then hopefully tomorrow we can get back on track for actual, fucking uploads.
Yeah, we need to.
I think Sonic 3 needs to go up, but I don't know anymore.
Sonic 3 is going up on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I believe. So.
Alright, well, we'll find out. We'll upload it and see if Jesse tells us we fucked up.
You done goofed. But I need to get.
Now you fucked up.
I need to get back on track on my own uploads because
Now you're fucked up. Now you're fucked up.
I didn't upload jack all last week.
You're probably just like, I don't want to upload shit.
No, the thing is.
How is it that I stay more on track than you, and I fucking suck at this? Like when I uploaded when I was doing my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure, aside from a couple of days where I just and most of those days were when I was on vacation in Idaho Falls. Aside from a couple of days, I uploaded a part of Sonic Adventure every day that didn't have something else already scheduled.
Yeah, I tried scheduling my stuff, and then I just get lazy. Like I have so much stuff ready to upload, but I don't know why I don't bother uploading them.
How are you lazier than me? This cannot be done.
There is no God.
Yeah. I haven't even started editing Punch Out Wii.
Okay, so that was. Are we going on about the direct? Because I lost track of what we were talking about.
We just talked about Smash and what was the other thing we mentioned?
Tamagai.
Fire Emblem.
Megami Tensei.
The Yoshi Amiibo.
It looks like a game.
Yoshi Amiibo.
Yes,
I'm buying those. I am buying those Yoshi Amiibos. I'm probably also gonna get the Splatoon ones just because that fucking squid is adorable.
The Yoshi Amiibo is like killing me inside.
I remember when they announced Yoshi's Woolly World, they showed off a Yarn Yoshi plush in a video, and everybody was like, "Those better exist when this game comes out."
Yeah.
Now they do.
Did you hear about Nintendo removing uploaded content of their stuff if you receive money and don't give 40% to Nintendo?
I believe that's if you agree to work on their system where basically.
I think that's if you're in their partnership program. I think it's
yeah,
like
pretty
that.
much.
Stupid.
But you're not in the partnership program. It just goes flat out.
Should we talk about that because I don't think we touched on that before.
No, actually, yeah. Let's just talk about it.
Because Angry Joe just released a video on that.
I find it retarded. No, I really didn't see
Look,
the point in it.
at this point, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Angry Joe has any room to bitch anymore because people told him it was gonna happen. They told him that he was gonna get his video removed or even just claim so he couldn't make money out of it. But he fucking uploaded it anyway.
Angry Joe is an idiot.
Like, I like Angry Joe's stuff, but shit, man, you knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because Angry Joe is an idiot.
I never watched Angry Joe, so.
he has good content, but goddamn, he's stupid sometimes.
When it comes to Nintendo, Angry Joe's kind of an idiot.
Kind of. That's an understatement.
Otherwise, he's pretty knowledgeable about the game industry in general and makes usually smart decisions. And when he rants about something other than Nintendo, he's usually like right on point. But when it comes to Nintendo, he's an idiot, and usually what happens is his fault.
So if I were to upload a video of Mario Party, would it get taken down?
Probably
No.
not.
I've seen so many Mario Party videos, so it's a
Because I don't receive any money from my videos.
well.
So.
Just,
I think you're probably fine. I think what they'd probably just do initially is just stop you from making money off of it if you did monetize it. And to me, like, whenever this is something I've never gotten. People who regularly make content and make money off of the videos, like let's use PewDiePie as an example, because fuck it, he's like the best example of this right now. He makes money off of his stuff, uploads like 8 things every single day. If somebody is doing that and one video gets claimed and they're like, what the fuck, I'm losing money. Like, dude, you've got thousands of videos.
Dollars.
Yeah, thousands of videos making thousands of dollars every single day. The fuck difference is one video gonna make? I mean, really, let's be honest.
yeah.
But now I can't pay my bills with that money and live on the rest of the money that I get.
All you have to do is just not
Like,
don't.
another really good. I'm pretty sure PewDiePie's stuff gets claimed every now and then, but because he makes so much fucking money, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
when Game Theory talked about it, they're like, they brought up that it's very possible he makes more money than the president. So,
Holy shit.
The president
Yeah,
should
despite-
actually earn that much money, seeing as all he's doing is running the country.
despite the fact that the guy runs the goddamn country, the president doesn't make a whole lot of money.
Ironic.
I mean, you really shouldn't get that much money for running the country. Because we only have our monarchs and leaders and whatnot because we can't organize ourselves properly as a species without something that's on top of everything else. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but we just don't.
Because we're idiots, basically.
Because we're Sonic heroes.
Exactly.
Eggman eats Sonic Heroes as part of a balanced breakfast.
Wait, did Chase just drop?
I don't.
know. I'm gonna check.
Yeah, it looked like he dropped.
Okay, someone try and get him back in.
We are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
Can I just say, just to bring up, because you guys are bringing up PewDiePie, I just want to say I fucking hated how season 18 of South Park ended. Because he was literally the solution to the problem, and I fucking hated that.
What happened?
Basically, the finale was 2 parts, and it was poking fun about Let's Players, and from what I can
Decided it would be a
remember...
good idea to crash, but I'm back.
Alright, so back what I was saying. What happens is, Cartman gets, like, so much power, he even starts interrupting TV commercials for some reason, and then PewDiePie comes and just solves the problem. And I'm like, fuck you, I hate you.
You know what I found? You know what I found the funniest thing about that episode, and it wasn't even the episode itself. On Facebook, I don't remember if they did it anywhere else. Probably, but on Facebook when they made the announcement, there were so many comments that were like, "What the fuck? Why are you doing this? This sucks!" And like, he's there for like 10 seconds. Also, who cares? Like, really?
So what? PewDiePie bitch slaps Cartman or something,
Damn!
and then walks off screen.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the episode, so if that actually happened, I'm psychic.
I don't think it's what happened. I saw it. Good
I
episode.
fucking hated it.
I don't really watch South Park, so.
South Park
watched
is great, but sometimes it just misses the mark.
I think recently South Park has been pretty great. There are bad episodes, but last season was pretty much all amazing. Maybe it's because
Season
I'm one of
18.
like, maybe it's because I'm one of like 8 people on the internet who actually doesn't hate PewDiePie, but
Well,
Season 18, it was like season 6, and how it was just one big story. And season 6 is my favorite season of South Park, so I was pleased to see that. And for the most part, I liked season 18, but the ending was just really disappointing, in my opinion.
I don't even really link South Park together on seasons anymore. It's just episodes.
well,
So you'll have to remind me what season 6 was.
from what
It was it was the only season where Kenny was not in it because he died.
In season.
from what I've seen of South Park, it just doesn't seem like the kind of humor I'd enjoy, to be honest.
Two-parters are the funniest things you will ever see.
This is something that a lot of people who like South Park have said, but I'm going to say it anyway. From the outside looking in, South Park looks like a really crude a crude show that just makes like dick jokes all the time. But when you're actually watching it and you like it, it's actually a really smart show. I mean, there's a lot of crude humor and a lot of dick jokes, but it's
That's like 75% of the show.
It depends on the episode. Sometimes yes, but other times it's actually a lot of social commentary. This is probably the only modern nostalgia critic video I'm gonna recommend. Watch Doug Walker's top 11 best South Park episodes, and you'll get what I mean.
Yes, I agree. Anyway, BRB, because my brother's shouting about something and I must know. Because it doesn't sound like ranting.
But what else did they show off in the direct? Like we've talked about Fire Emblem.
Splatoon and Amiibos, which we briefly talked about. They showed up.
I'm getting all
was
three
interesting.
of those just because they give you extra missions. So.
Well, I'm mainly excited for the squid because it's fucking horrible, but the extra missions are good. I'm gonna get Splatoon because that looks like a fucking good game. Looks really good.
Yeah,
I'd have to look into it more because from what I haven't seen too much of it. From the premise, I'm not terribly interested in it.
I watched the entire I watched the entire thing on the Nintendo Treehouse last year. And I was hooked. It looks amazing. It's the only it's probably the only multiplayer game I'll actually probably play online because it just looks looks like so much fun. And also especially since there's no voice chat. I'm actually happy about that because I hate people on voice chat.
I never cared about voice chat because I'm always why don't you just play with friends and turn on Skype and just talk on there.
Yeah.
I hate talking with strangers on voice chat.
To me, strangely enough, Team Fortress 2, in collaboration with a little bit of Call of Duty Black Ops, completely killed the notion of chatting online through games with people that I don't know. Because most of the people you find on there are assholes.
That's my problem.
Especially in games where you're supposed to communicate with your team, everybody just spouts nonsense.
Yeah, that's why I don't care about voice chat in games. Just I don't see the point in it.
Like one of the first Team Fortress 2 games I was ever in, I was probably in there for in total probably around an hour because we did multiple matches. The whole time, the only person that was speaking was reading gay pornographic fanfiction. So
Of what?
I can't remember.
Wait, what game was this?
What was it called?
I was playing Team Fortress 2, and the only person that spoke, for the most part, other people talked every now and then, but they sucked too. The person that spoke the most was reading gay pornographic fan fiction. I hated every second of it.
I would have just
I recorded it and sent it to them.
I would have just muted my mic at that point. Well, not my mic, my sound system.
I usually do. Like when I played Titanfall online, I muted everybody the second I got in. I didn't want to hear anybody. And now whenever I play Team Fortress,
just mute everyone.
now whenever I play Team Fortress 2, I also use console commands to hide the chat because I make sure everybody's muted when I go into a game. And the actual chat itself is usually just full of people being like, "You suck." So I get rid of that too, and then I can actually enjoy Team Fortress 2.
Just like the chat, mute the people that you know have microphones. But that can only be done on console.
I just mute everybody.
Yeah, for a computer you got.
Yeah, that's
Even on console, I mute everybody just on the off chance they like connect a microphone in the middle of the match.
that's why I only enjoy like voice chat with if it's friends only or something.
Yeah. So when people were making, and not a lot of people, strangely enough, but when a couple of people were making a big deal about not having voice chat, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Well, there is something that should be. See, the thing is, I like voice chat in games. Most of the people tend to be worthless dicks with busted microphones who think they're badass. But the other times are. That's how most of my Xbox Live friends list exists.
Like again, if it's just friends, I don't really mind, but.
The thing is, you don't make online friends who you will know have the game because you were on the game with them. Unless, of course, you use the online voice chat system. It works best in shooters. I'm gonna say
if I
that.
wanted to talk with friends while playing a game, I just use Skype.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm talking about making friends with strangers because
if I wanted to do that, I would.
I usually don't try to do that while I'm playing a game
Yeah.
online.
If I wanted to.
People you meet on there are assholes.
If I wanted to do that, I'd go out and talk to people.
Well, my major problem with Battlefield and why I could never get into it is because everyone has this thing where it's like, why would I ever talk to people in a cooperative and competitive military shooter?
I have no idea.
Well, my friend.
Anyway, that's that. I think we've officially covered everything on the direct, or at least everything that we can remember.
Yeah.
About ponies.
One last thing I want to say. Can we have a title for the new Fire Emblem?
Isn't it like?
They'll probably
Isn't it nicknamed Fire Emblem?
Because right now
If
it's just. I hope that's not the final title because that title sucks. Like, can we have a good title?
Wait, what?
We could always talk about ponies.
Yeah, but Chase hasn't seen it.
I haven't watched it, so.
Yeah, I haven't seen season 5 yet, so I'd just wait.
It's just like how I can't talk. It's just like how I can't talk with Jesse about the later half of Better Call Saul because I haven't seen it because my DVR fucking didn't record like 3 episodes and now I'm behind and they're not re-airing them, so I gotta wait till it comes out on Netflix.
Have we talked about Splatoon though outside of, like in any other episode?
I think we might have.
Yeah, we have a little bit.
I do like some of the.
Here's my thoughts. It looks fucking good. I'm gonna buy it. Hopefully day one.
I'm hoping that as well, but that all depends on if I'm doing fine on money.
I probably won't get to play it on day one because my local Kmart has all but stopped carrying video games entirely. So I pretty much have to order everything from Amazon.
I pretty much do the same. If I'm out in town and I have money on me, then I sometimes see what's in stores, but for the most part, I just buy stuff online.
Guys, we need to get Splatoon day one and then do a donation stream so we can get money for the thing.
Yeah, but that just concerns me and you, Joey.
Yes, I don't care. We need to do it.
As I mentioned, I'm not interested in Splatoon, but I still will get it just because I want to see what other people think of it first, and I'll probably get it. But if we're doing a donation stream, why not? I'll get a day one for that reason.
If you didn't watch the Nintendo Treehouse presentation at E3 last year, go watch that because that is what really got me hooked on the game. If I had just seen like the recent stuff, I probably would not be excited for it. But that Nintendo Treehouse.
Have you guys played a demo of Splatoon?
No.
I haven't.
Okay, I'm the only one out of us who
There's a demo of Splatoon now, right now?
I'm the only one who's actually played Splatoon. I've been to a convention and they had a demo of Splatoon there. The line was freaking long. It took forever for me and my friend to get a game going, but it was good. Like, it. I feel I still need to get used to how the game plays, but I didn't have that much of a problem with it.
I would have been there, but I was at Prague, so.
Yeah. Like.
Something else they showed off at the direct. More Mario Maker.
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
really looking forward to that game, just to see
Yeah,
like what
I am
people
too.
I
make.
am too. Like,
Just to make levels.
I think it would be
I was actually-
to get the game, not to even make levels. I mean, I probably would make levels if I had the game.
You kind of have to. That's the point of the game.
I would intentionally make the I'd probably make levels that are terrible, but fuck it. I mean, whatever. I'd be there just to play other people's levels. It's probably going to be a lot of Kaizo shit, but fuck it. I don't care, man.
I think I might make episodes for my online matches series where it's just me playing random levels.
If I could record Wii U gameplay at halfway decently with my Dazzle, actually I can, so I might do that anyway. I might start playing Mario Maker levels.
Yeah, because that's definitely something I want to do. Because like I don't know if any of you have played Boom Blocks Bash Party or Boom Blocks.
Nope.
Well, some of the
I think I might have briefly played it a few years ago, but I don't really remember.
some of the stages people made were really creative, so I'm excited to see what people can make here. Because
One thing I really like is that you can like there are different styles of Mario to go through. Because one of the complaints I saw a bit when it was first revealed is that people thought it was just, Mario 1. Even Vinny on Vinesauce mentioned that after, when he, on one of his Tomodachi live streams, like right after E3, he talks about Mario Maker and how it looks just kind of bleh because there's only the Mario 1. Like at the time we only knew about the Mario 1 look, and we didn't know if you could customize the length of stages and stuff like that, so.
it looks pretty good though.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna suck at making stages as well, but I'm still gonna experiment with the things you can do because it looks like you can be really creative with the stuff you can implement.
Oh my god. Who else hates spammers on For Glory? Because I sure as hell do.
Was the guy doing at the moment?
A Link.
I can't agree or disagree.
Is he shooting arrows?
Arrows. Link needs to be heavily nerfed for the update. Those arrows. Everything else can be just the same.
I also say that for Samus, those lasers need a delay.
Are you talking?
So Samus is okay. Samus is fine.
Fuck you! I hate you.
Samus needs a delay on those lasers.
They're already delayed as
Are
shit.
you talking about the?
Scum.
Are you talking about the blue beam thing?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I don't think so. I think they're delayed enough.
Like her regular attack is already slow enough, and you can make it even slower with there's a specific custom move. I don't know if it's in the Wii U version. It probably is, but in the 3DS version, there's this custom move that makes your shots hit harder, but they are slow as hell. They don't need to be any slower, and her final smash is supposed to be incredibly powerful anyway. And I feel like it takes long enough to charge up as it is.
Well,
Samus is fine.
well,
I apologize for that profanity, but I'm just
Yeah.
pissed off that I lost to a goddamn
no,
spammer.
I've dealt with similar things, so I've dealt with spammers before, but
I have
can't-
too, but listening to one just makes you feel like you suck at the game.
yeah.
When really they're bad because they're spamming one move over and over again.
Yeah.
No, if you spam during a match, you should just lose because that's just not fair.
And it's just like I feel like an idiot when I lose to spammers because I know what they're gonna do, but I always get hit by them anyway.
I know. It's bullshit. Something else. If you spam, you should just
Spamming, or is that
Wait,
fine?
what?
When I play Palutena, is that spamming or fine?
You don't really spam, no.
despite I played the game as a twin stick fighter.
Well, by spamming we just mean like using the same attacks over and over again.
Link's arrows need to be fucking nerfed.
Mm.
Yet another thing that I never really felt was incredibly powerful, because you have a block button for a reason.
Yeah, but you can only block so much before your shield breaks.
Well,
That's the thing.
Also, items help out quite a bit with that as well.
This is for glory, not for fun. So,
Which is another example why for glory is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, well,
that's not skill.
nothing-
That's just
So at least Pit has a different combat style to what he used to have. So you can't really spam Pit anymore.
yeah, it's true.
Because
Like, Link's arrows need to be more like pits. You can't spam
I
them too
don't.
much.
I feel Dark Pit doesn't need to be a thing, to be honest, because he has one different move.
Dark. That's about how I feel with Lucas at this
Yeah,
point.
well, more.
well, Dark Pit's type moveset is
Well,
different.
Lucas is at least different in terms of the way he functions. Dark Pit is pretty much the same except his electroshock arm, and even then,
And his arrows are.
I feel like Dark Pit's attacks are a little slower. I don't know if they hit harder, but they feel a bit slower.
Also, his arrows, you can't guide
Yeah.
them as much.
I just don't think he needed to be a.
Again, Link's arrows need to be more like pits. They're good, but you can't spam them.
Yeah.
Because Jesus Christ, if you get spammed by arrows, be prepared to get pissed off. Because that's just not fair.
Yeah. I like to play a mixture of matches where I have items on, other matches where I don't. Like I can see the appeal of both styles of gameplay. I generally just do what I'm in the mood for, really.
Skype crashed again, but I'm
Yeah,
back.
I think I heard Skype crash for you.
Well, I currently have a very good map for Smash.
Is that the barrel one?
Yeah, custom made. Yeah, custom made.
Now I feel like we have officially talked about everything for the direct. So what is?
Yeah.
Do we have other topics? Because we were going to talk about.
Harry has something to talk about. Jeez.
Yeah. Well.
You, Harry, tell us more.
Oh man. Hey, but dude, I feel we're missing something from the direct. Like,
No, I don't think it matters because we pretty much talked about the direct for a long ass
I
time.
guess, but
So what's the other thing? Because there's this thing you want to talk about.
Is there you want to talk about? Because I never really checked the directory of what we're going to talk about.
well, there's I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but recently, what was the team? Playtonic Games did a presentation of Project Ukulele. They didn't really show gameplay. They basically just said like, "Oh, this is the direction we want to take the game in. This is how it's going to work and stuff like that." Have any of you watched that or?
No,
I didn't even know
there
what
was
had
a
happened.
conference.
Okay, well, basically, it's gonna be around. I believe they said they wanted it to be the size of around a middle ground between Kazooie and Turi, which I think is a good balance. Basically, it's gonna function pretty similarly to the Banjo games, where you unlock moves as you go through. You get collectibles in a similar vein as Kazooie, where the Jiggies, I think, are called pages or something.
Grace, you got to unlock the credits by collecting all the pages, and then it opens up.
Get all the production team names, and you can.
That would be amazing.
Wait, did you say pages?
Every
Wait, did
page
you have to collect pages?
team name to the credits, and an additional picture that you can see. That'd be
It's
awesome.
I believe it's pronounced pages, but it's spelled like Paigs or something.
It's page.
Yes.
So it's spelled like
So
the
we get to
name,
collect Cheeto
like for a
pages.
person.
Would Cheeto be useful this time?
Yeah. One thing I'm really looking forward to for Project Ukulele is the fact that they flat out said that they're trying to make it the best game they've made, which I don't know if that's
Getting a phone call. I'll be right back again.
I doubt that's gonna happen. Mainly for the fact that I think Banjo-Tooie is really hard to top personally, but I'm happy that they're aiming high. Like they're not like half rear-ending it.
Now I get what Project Ukulele is, seeing as you're talking about Banjo-Kazooie 3.
What?
Ukulele, Banjo.
Yeah, that's pretty much the joke because, well, they can't use Banjo because Rare owns the IP.
Technically.
Yeah.
To be fair, they've actually just been assimilated into the org, and we'll never see them the same again. And then if they ever release something, it'll just be a bunch of androids saying that you'll be assimilated.
Yeah.
Existence is futile.
Yeah, but what else did they say? Trying to remember.
I hate it when people run out the clock in For Glory. Fucking cowards.
Yeah.
I'm done for Glory today. I'm starting to get pissed off now. Fucking cheaters.
Money in For Glory just by betting on other people playing.
I did that once and I lost a whole bunch of gold.
I did that once, and that's why I have so much gold.
Yeah.
Of course, you managed to get out.
I'm not a fan of luck-based things.
Well, it's not really luck. It's what percentage ratio of people may or may
That's
not.
true, but that's not always gonna be.
And then you also have to judge what you know about the characters and how well people play those characters. If you see someone playing Mr. Game & Watch, I mean, they're just not gonna win.
No, not always. I've seen. If you look at some videos, there are some really good Game & Watch players. Like if you know how to use him, then he can be devastating.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They're few and far between.
I wouldn't say that much, but. What was I saying?
Then we ran out of things to say.
No. One thing. The thing with Project Ukulele, all the characters, well, most of them anyway, are planned to have their own games, and they kind of compared it to like the Marvel universe or something, where sometimes the characters interconnect with each other, and I find that interesting because like we don't know how many characters exactly are going to be in the game, so that's pretty crazy already how they're already planning so much like ahead. Like
Them 5 games in the company goes.
because this, I believe the team is made up of like 8 or 10 people, which is insane. And from what we've seen a few pictures, they don't show a whole lot. We saw a little bit of the hub world. It looks kind of similar to Grunty's lair, and apparently they want to try and embed secrets into the game that people won't be able to find until like years later. So
Good.
yeah.
Oh, you mean like the secret in Donkey Kong that people only found because 24 years later the developer said because he was afraid he'd die before people found it.
What are you talking about?
The Atari version of Donkey Kong had an Easter egg in it, and the guy who made it told everyone how to do it and showed everyone the Easter egg because this was 25 years after the game got released, because he was afraid that he would be dead before someone found him.
So if it's been 25 years, I guess that's not entirely
Far-fetched.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Far-fetched idea.
One thing I don't like completely see the whole that not everything will be found in the game until years have passed, because people people on YouTube can find stuff in games like so quickly now. So
people can find anything in a game if they try
so
hard.
I don't know how long that will take for everyone to like dissect it.
By the
I
way,
still
here's
feel bad. I still feel bad. I still feel bad for the poor guy that had to wait around for hours to figure out that in Braid to get this 1 star. You had to get up on this cloud and wait for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
That was 2
One
hours.
other thing I want to mention is that they said as you go through the game and get more moves and whatnot, you'll be able to access different areas you couldn't access before in previous worlds.
Metroid.
Yeah,
Metroid.
I'm fine with that in depending on how they structure it because like if it's easy to go from world to world, I don't have a problem with that. Like if it's like Banjo-Tooie where you have a bunch of warp points everywhere, so backtracking is pretty much a non-issue then. If it's like that, then I don't have an issue with that. But I just hope they streamline the process so it's not too annoying to like backtrack and all that.
Also, one thing. How many versions of Chaos are there?
Well, you don't even.
Chaos 0, 1, 2, 4,
There are
6. Perfect.
There's 7.
Yeah, well, you don't.
Though you only see
Yeah,
like
you
5
don't
of
see
them.
all of them, which I kind of wish you could see all of Chaos's forms, but oh well.
So is Chaos crafted 1 per Chaos Emerald?
Yeah, every Chaos Emerald he transforms.
But he's a block.
He's
Water.
a water monster. I don't know how that works, but
So would that class him as an enchanted gelatinous cube under the Dungeons and Dragons monster?
badly. At the,
Well, they say it in the, he's a god, so magic.
Yeah.
I guess.
Magic.
It's the first time I've actually done it properly.
Magic. Magic.
See? Can't do it a second time. Yeah, we're just pissing around. Is there anything more to talk about? Or should
Well,
we-
I need to.
Nothing to talk about.
That's pretty much all I needed to say about Project Ukulele. So, as far as I know, I probably
I can't think of any.
forgot something, but that's pretty much most of the things I wanted to say.
They can't really think of anything either other than I'm playing Dante's Inferno right now.
Oh, you guys, what should my next playthrough be?
Well, what
Halo
can you
4.
record though? Because you,
Most games on PC I can record. If the game has an emulator, if there's an emulator for a game, I can.
Oh,
probably
speaking
do
of emulators, because I pretty much said screw it, I'm looking to buy a 32X and all that. I got a emulator for Knuckles Chaotix, so
You saved money.
Yeah.
How nice.
Even then, a 32X, as far as I know, isn't really all that expensive. So really, how much did you save?
well, actually, I looked on
point.
Amazon and I found one for like £175.
But here's the thing: if Amazon doesn't help, usually eBay is a pretty good solution too.
I
Strangely enough.
guess.
Amazon's generally the better idea though, because they ship better there. No, we should probably get it.
Well, I have to wait until the Knuckles credits end, and so do we have anything to talk about for like 5 minutes?
We could sing.
No.
No. How about that
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Verse? That was
It's a
pretty-
Spider-Gwen movie.
okay, it'll probably be a while before a Spider-Gwen movie even happens, because she just appeared, not even, the character's not even a year old. And her solo book is only
Well,
3
I
issues
want to
in.
see a movie based on Miguel O'Hara.
That
Miguel,
might happen.
Miguel O'Hara. Wait, what are we talking about? I went to get a snack and I must have missed something.
We're just talking about the
cataclysmic or something.
Spider-Verse or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Verse event. Most, like, the main story is really good. The tie-ins are kind of lacking. 2099's tie-ins were pretty good.
What was
And then the
2099's tie-ins about?
He and Lady Spider travel to 2099 to, like, dissect one of Damus's corpses that was left behind. Then he follows them through to 2099 and becomes cloning. And eventually, when they go back to the safe zone after all, like the first safe zone with Cosmic Spider-Man and everything, they find everybody dead. They then see Toei Spider-Man's giant fucking robot and decide to fix it. They travel back to 1895, where Lady Spider is from. Get access to one of the laboratories she knows about for some reason. Fight the Sinister Six for about 5 minutes. I'm sorry, the 6 men of Sinistry. They fight them for like 5 minutes, then they fix Leopard on, and that's the end of 2099's tie-ins.
Do we have a release date for the next Spider-Man movie?
July 28, 2017.
Oh, okay.
That's when Thor Ragnarok was supposed to come out.
In terms of like Spider-Man games, do you think they'll wait for the movie or make something like in between it?
I personally would prefer like something like the Batman Arkham games, where it's just their own story.
I feel like the next one. I feel like realistically, they're probably gonna wait for the movie, but I would like for something to come out. Like once Arkham Knight comes out, Rocksteady, they're done with the Arkham series. It's the last one. I really want them to tackle Spider-Man.
I would love them to tackle Spider-Man. I would love to see what they would do with that.
I feel like they could do a really good job. They did Batman really well. I see no reason why I can't do Spider-Man.
They could make really good Superman games if they really wanted to.
Superman has never had a good game.
The Superman Return game, Superman Returns game wasn't that bad. Death and Return of Superman on Genesis was alright, and there was also a Superman game that came out, like a side scroller, I think, that came out on the Genesis that was pretty decent.
Well, I think.
But there's never really good.
I think Rocksteady would be able to actually make a good or even great Superman game.
Can we get a Green Lantern game?
Well, they just need to tackle all the Justice League.
Look, Rocksteady should just be the developer for superhero games. They're good at it.
Well, at least it's not LJN.
Like
LGN.
LJN didn't develop anything.
They published it. The LGN was a publisher, I believe.
They were. The only superhero that really doesn't need a game done by Rocksteady, probably Deadpool, because the game he has is already probably about as good as we're gonna get.
I've heard mixed things.
Is that a good thing or not?
I think it's good. I think it's good. It's not the best beat 'em up you'll ever play. I guess it's more of a hack and slide, really. It's not the best like action game you'll play, but like the gameplay is average, but it more than makes up for it with just Deadpool's general existence.
The humor, the writing seems like the best part. The gameplay seems kind of it looks all right, but it's not. It doesn't seem like something I'd get hooked by.
Yeah, it's not amazing gameplay. It's not anything you haven't seen or even you haven't played before. But it's fun. I feel it more. Like I said, I feel it more than makes up for its mediocre gameplay with the writing. And that's really what to make a good Deadpool game or a movie. That's really all you need to hit is the writing. Also, Deadpool movie was apparently confirmed to be rated R, so that's good.
Yeah.
The more PG-13, toned down Deadpool bullshit.
I've never seen Origins Wolverine, so I know what you're talking about, though.
That was barely Deadpool, man.
Was that movie? Because I heard that movie in general was just shit.
Well, I mean, it's Wolverine, so yeah, it was, but it was shit for other reasons.
You have the same philosophy for Wolverine. Is Wolverine it? Yeah, probably terrible.
Harry,
I just feel that way about the X-Men. They all are I hate the X-Men
What
so
were you
much.
saying here, Joey?
Why are you recording all the credits?
Well,
Closing thoughts. Closing thoughts.
well, no, this I'm recording this for the review I'm gonna do of this game in like 10 years.
10 years. This is what I used to look like when I played the game. Now here's what I really look like. You play terribly.
When I finally go back to play other M, that is when you will finish this review.
No, because
Don't hold me to that, because unless I have to don't hold me to that, because unless I have to record it for something, I'm never touching that piece of shit again.
Because I have to edit the Punch Out Wii review. I haven't even started Kirby's Epic Yarn script, and I'm already recording the next reviews. There. So much stuff.
One thing done at a time, man. One thing done at a time, man.
Wait, what?
Or you can do everything
done at a time.
and be done with it.
Okay.
As one final thing to mention, I've been rereading Maximum Carnage recently, and I still like it.
I love the subject matter. It's just my big issue is just the repetitive nature of it.
I have complaints. Mainly is that the writing hasn't aged incredibly well. It's got this kind of.
It's still better than the goddamn Clone Saga, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, but that's not hard to do. The writing is kind of stilted, but it's not. It's nothing I didn't expect from around that time in comics.
To be fair, in a 90s comic, you can't really be too hard on it. With the exception of the Clone Saga, but that's because everything else was either mediocre or just fucking disgraceful, like the Clone Saga.
Everything else was Image.
Do we have anything else to say before we end this?
No. I think we pretty much got everything done.
I'm currently listening through Fallout Equestria and Buy Tilt's Jaffa Cakes and Daring Do books and get them all through Alicorn shipping.
I just expect you to say that at this point, but
Yeah, I'm just saying that's obligated to say it, but
it's just a common trend now, but
number 7. I've nearly gone through the first chapter, and it is long. The first chapter is longer than most chapters in Fallout Equestria, so I'm.
Anyways, though, I think we should just end this. So, thank you.
The last thing I have to say. One more day is a pile of shit.
Agreed.
And I'll just leave it at that. Goodbye.
See ya.